So I'm sitting here on this rooftop patio here in Seattle, Washington, and I noticed from my room that I could see this building here behind me. Now, you guys may not be able to see what I'm seeing, but the building is pretty much vacant. It's Monday. There's really no reason for it to be vacant. It's not a holiday. And there's office furniture, but in some of the windows, you can see piles of boxes boxed up. And it looks like no one's been in this building for months. I can even see, like, it looks like on this window right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, it looks like a little Christmas gift is in the window. So it's like, if that's the case, maybe no one's been there since December. It's very odd, very interesting, very strange, because the hotel that I'm in, it has got a huge amount of traffic here, which looks to be like a convention of some sort. But at the end of the day, some businesses are operational and some businesses are non-operational, i.e. possibly failing. But then this makes me wonder what's really going on. Excuse the mess here. We were just eating breakfast, and my kid had Captain Crunch cereal, or no, Cinnamon Toast Crunch and a croissant. No milk shortage here. But it makes me wonder what's really going on. As you can see, construction going on behind me. So you have some businesses that are operational. You got other businesses that are non-operational, not functioning, possibly defunct, out of business, bankrupt. I don't know how many different offices are here. There's probably a few hundred offices, which means a few hundred people have possibly lost their jobs. And then over here, you probably have a multi-million-dollar development making its way out of the ground. For what reason? And that brings me up to my most recent observation. Hopefully you guys can see me here. Trying to get this contrast to work out so y'all can see me. The struggle is real. But that brings me up to my most recent observation here, as we've been spending some time in Seattle, here in the city. There is a huge international population here. I've heard many different languages that I'm not familiar with, and I've seen a huge foreign, like non-domestic, particularly Asian population here in the city. And I would be willing to bet that a lot of this, the business and the economy and this new construction, this building that's going on, is probably from foreign investors. I would be willing to bet a fair amount of money. I don't have a lot of money, but I'd be willing to bet a fair amount of money that the investors in this market are foreign investors. And why is that? Do they know something we don't know? Well, if you watch one of my most recent videos, you'll know that China has had some issues with their banking system, and a lot of Chinese account holders not having access to their money, their funds and savings. So perhaps maybe they're looking at it as, we'll head to the West and invest there, because our money is going to be safer and possibly more valuable in due time in comparison to keeping it here in China. I'm not saying that all these people here investing are Chinese. I'm just connecting the dots of what's going on and what I'm seeing and what I'm realizing and what could possibly be. And at the end of the day, if this is true, and we will find out soon, but if this is true, U.S. businesses are going to tank. Foreign investors are going to take over, and foreign labor, more than likely, is probably going to take the jobs of the American people, and the money that could be made here from the U.S. economy will then be held, hoarded, transferred, diverted back to the original home of those who came over here to invest in this market. And, we'll slowly start to see a decline of U.S. businesses. And the American dream pretty much will disappear as we know it, which you can already see it happen. Going to school, getting a good education, going to college, getting a great job, building a career, building a family, investing, buying some stocks, buying a home, building your portfolio, increasing your wealth, having 2.5 kids and a dog and a white picket fence. It's a done deal. It's over. And we'll see more investors coming in, not just in the city. Not just in the city. They'll be hitting the residential areas. They'll be buying up residential real estate. They're going to be buying up farmland. They're going to be buying up all the assets that most Americans are unwilling to invest in. And I hate to say it, but I see it in the comments. Now, I'll take that back. I see a lot of it in the emails. You guys are emailing me like I wouldn't, but like, I appreciate it, and I'm trying to get to them as fast as possible. Please bear with me. But I see those in the email saying, hey, and look, I get it. I understand, especially if you're sitting here like, I don't, like, who here in class knows the answer? Nobody wants to raise their hand and be that guy or that kid or whatever, or girl, whomever. And so you email. That's fine. It's okay. As long as you ask the questions and you get the answers and you take action. But I see it in the comments a lot that people are just saying, hey, I don't have money. I never had money. I never will have money. Excuse after excuse after excuse, one after another. And with that mentality and with that mindset, it eliminates and reduces the likelihood of more Americans succeeding and investing and building and growing. Look, shit has hit the fan. It has, like, no doubt about it. But you can't stop going. You can't stop working. You can't stop preparing. And you can't give up. Well, maybe you can, but I can't. I'm not. Not going to happen. So the thing is, it's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit back and watch as this cycle repeats itself that we've seen time and time again? This is not the first down economy. This is not the first bear market. This is not the first recession. This is not the first depression. This is not the first event of stagflation, deflation, nor will it be the last. However, when you're greedy, when others are fearful, like Warren Buffett said, I mean, the dude's got a lot of money. He probably knows what he's doing, probably knows what he's talking about. And you have a time where, think about it, outside influences are affecting our country and our economy. Meanwhile, outside investors are coming in and pouring money into this country. Is there a reason for this? I think there is. And I'm not going to ignore it. Now, if you guys want to know more about it, feel free to send me an email. But the easiest way, probably fastest way, is just to click the link in the description and sign up for the newsletter. And you're going to get all this information at your fingertips. And it's up to you if you decide you want to take action, okay? It's up to you if you decide to want to take action. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing with you guys what I'm seeing, the trends in the market, historical data, and ways that you can use these opportunities today to make money, to have money for tomorrow. And I'm not talking about like you're going to be a billionaire, which you could very well be, but you got to start somewhere, and you got to start understanding and recognizing and executing on these signals versus letting them pass you by, assuming that you can't do it. Somebody told me the other day, I can't invest in stocks because I can't afford stocks. And I told him, I said, well, that's a load of bull, because you can, even if you've got a penny, you can invest in stocks. And the reason why I say that is because now you have the ability to buy fractional shares in stocks through platforms like Webull, Robinhood, M1 Finance, Fidelity, Merrill Lynch. I'm sure JP Morgan Chase has one. They're all available, okay? And well, they're like, oh, well, that's not going to do anything. That's not enough. I won't be able to buy a big share. Like, what they don't realize is that these platforms allowing you the ability to buy fractional shares of stocks is no different than buying a whole complete share of a company like Apple or Ford or GM or Microsoft or Revlon or GameStop, the meme stocks that are blowing up, buying a share of a company, even a whole share at that, is just that, a fraction of the company. Unless you bought all the stocks, which you haven't, you're still buying fractional shares. Basically, you're buying not fractional shares, you're buying fractions of the company. But these platforms and these brokerage apps like M1 and Webull and Robinhood have like further reduced it down to an everyday investor level that doesn't need a ton of knowledge and education to invest in solid, safe, dividend paying growth stocks, blue chip stocks that you just go on an app and you click a button and then you got them. I mean, it's very, very simple, very easy. The fees are low, if any, and you're not paying some crazy brokerage or hedge fund manager all of your money and potentially all of your profits to manage these portfolios and these mutual funds that only they are getting rich off of. You're not. And, now is the absolute best time to be gaining knowledge and education and getting involved with this, especially if you're near a retirement age, because you're going to have to make some serious decisions on what you're going to do with your personal finances and your portfolio as you approach retirement based on how the market is shifting. So, like I said, if you guys want to know more, hit me up, send me an email, check the description below, click the link, join the newsletter, and we can do this together. And you can do this, but you have to make the first step. You have to decide that this is something that you want to do, and you got to stick through with it. This is not going to be like a get rich quick, easy money overnight scheme or anything like that. But at the end of the day, these are tried and true, proven methods that have worked, continuously worked year after year, day after day for many, many people, including myself. People's like, well, how can you afford to travel? How can you afford to do all this? It's like, look, I'm not just sitting back idle and watching the world go by and ignoring the opportunities that are available to everybody. And I'm sharing it with you guys because it was shared with me. Now, it wasn't shared with me like initially, like growing up all the way, but it was shared with me at some point by some really smart people who knew what they were doing, and they were kind enough to share this information with me. They saw no threat. They saw no reason not to. And fortunately enough, I listened and I took action, and I'm here today. So I'm sharing this with you guys. If you guys want to know more or are interested, like I said, click the links in the description or the link in the description. Sign up for the newsletter. My email's there too if you want to hit me up. I do appreciate everybody who's sent me emails so far. I'm going to respond to you as quickly as possible. And if I don't respond to you, it's not because I'm ignoring you. We're traveling here. We're about to jump back on the road, and I'll be driving. But also, I may respond to your email in a video. So, because basically the email you sent was so valuable and so important, the message that I want to share with you, I want to share with everybody. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications if you haven't already. Give the video a like and comment below. Share this video and share my channel with as many other people as possible that you think this would be helpful and beneficial for, to help them prepare. Be prepared and prep for SHTF 2022, SHTF 2023, SHTF in general, because it's never going to stop. But the best way to be prepared for it is to gain knowledge and education and have a network and a community and a family like we have here that I'm so grateful for. You guys are great. You guys are excellent. And to get through this together. So you guys take care, be safe, and I'll see you soon.